hasn't missed. Allie Reedburn, your kicker is on fire, and there's only one EFC winless team, undefeated team. Good job, Colts.
22-19.
Great day.
Check out the safety in this angle. Tyreek eats that up.
Oh, Alex, yeah, for sure.
Touchdown. Tyreek went off in this one. 11 targets, 9 catches, 157 yards. Look at this no-look pass. That is Devon A-Chain. His second TD of the day, he had 4 touchdowns. This is later in the game. Raheem Mostert, he also had 4 touchdowns. Miami Dolphins, second most points in NFL history in the game. And there is Mike McDaniel dapping up his QB. Second most yards in NFL history in a game. They blow out the Broncos 70-20.
And the aforementioned names you called Nate Ruck.
Tie for the second most points in NFL season, regular season history. Take me through this offense. How are you guys able to do that today?
Yeah, I told you early on that we had to establish a line of scrimmage, and we were able to do that. We got to the edge a few times as well, and then just playmaking, man. We got a bunch of guys out here that can get the job done, and, as you see, what happened.
8 touchdowns between the two of you. What does that say about this offensive line?
Offensive line was great, man. Like, you can tell, like you say, it started at the line of scrimmage. They blocked well, and, they made our job easy. And, we were just out here, just being playmakers, just doing the best we could do with the ball in our hands. And, today, like you said, offensive line, man, like, they get the most credit, so.
Can you believe this guy's 31?
No, come on, man.
What impresses you most about Devon?
He's like a sponge. He understands the concepts, and I give him a hard time here and there, but honestly, he takes it. He got no choice because he's a rookie, but he's doing a heck of a job for us, and I couldn't be much prouder of him.
With Buffalo next week, Raheem, how would you just describe the confidence of this team right now?
The confidence is high right now, but at some point, we have a rule, a 24, 48-hour rule. We're gonna flush this game out, and then it's on to Buffalo, and we know it's gonna be tough over there in New York, but we'll try our best to get the job done.
Enjoy this one, guys. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
And let's be clear, Mike McDaniel could have taken the #1 spot. He decided to take his foot off of the pedal in the combined touchdowns between A-Chain, Hill, and Mostert. I'll leave you with this. The most impressive thing about the Dolphins offense is Tua Tagovailoa had 0 attempts rushing. He's not even a threat to rush the ball. Yet and still, defenses have to pick their poison between the pass and the run.
He's playing the position the way the position's supposed to be played, from the pocket, on time, anticipating. The other thing, too, about this, Buffalo, this is 3 straight really good defensive efforts. They should have never lost to the Jets. Week 1, this is going to be just a wild scene up in Orchard Park this coming Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to go back real quick to the New England Jets.
Yep, 70 points today. Historic, second most ever in the NFL in the regular season, and 726 total yards, also second most ever in NFL history. Oh, what a day. Trying to savor it. Things just keep on getting better. Can't believe it.
I think we tried.
Walking away a 70-point fan right there. Thanks for coming, Alex. What a great day.
Believe exactly what you see. These teams are becoming who they will be later in the year. The Miami Dolphins are absolutely legit.
Tua Tagovailoa is amazing.
Yeah.
He was almost perfect today. And for those guys to play that quickly, that fast, and for him to anticipate, put the ball right in their hands, it's really, it's fun to watch. You're about as a fun team to watch as there is.
We had some entertainment news. Usher's doing the halftime for the Super Bowl. Taylor Swift is in a suite at Arrowhead looking at her man, her new romantic, Travis Kelce.
Oh, people want to hear more about Taylor Swift.
They do.
Hey, folks, we'll see you next week right here on CBS.
Come on, talk to him. Hey, man, $8 in the books. Triple rule, we gonna celebrate this one and we on the Buffalo next week. Let's go!
We're dangerous, So I think we're gonna get every team's best.
He said.
What we did to the team, I think we're gonna get every team's best shot. They put their best game plan together. We got guys on the edge that they have to scheme for. We got guys in the backfield that they have to scheme for. So nobody's gonna take us lightly anyway. You know what I mean? So it's like, we're gonna get everybody's best shot.
Going on a lot, but to be able to do that and just
speaks volumes, especially for our offense.
Did you know that you guys were a field goal away from setting an NFL record?
I found out when I was talking to Jalen Ramsey on the sideline. He was like, we were right there at the end, and I was hoping that we kicked it, but unfortunately we didn't. So honestly, that's respect, just because you don't go for it like that. And the way Mikey handled it, I call him Mikey, but McDaniel handled it, I think that was very professional.
Let's go. 70 points? Oh my God.
Mac and Sam golfing on this 70 burger of a day.
You got this. Keep your head down.
Dad, the people always got this. Can I get a radio?
Yeah, Sammy, your turn.
Yes, 70 points today. Oh, the talk of the NFL, it's that team right there. Are we in the midst of something special? We might be, and I'm enjoying every sweet second of it.
Professional football in America is a special game, a unique game. Played nowhere else on earth, it is a rare game. The men who play it make it so. The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song, he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously.
Robin. Of course, now it just feels like
a great birthday night with Sue. Oh, to celebrate a win like that, 70 points. Doesn't get much better on this historic September 24th, 2023. The last time the Dolphins, any team in the National Football League scored this many points, it was 1966. Oh my goodness, I have a team to enjoy this year, 2023. How will it end? Can't wait to find out. Dustin for the first.
Hello.
Hey Dustin.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks for answering the phone. I just got to hear on this historic Sunday evening, I have to hear how much fun you had today down in the Panhandle. Tell me about it.
It was great. You could probably hear me from there. My kids thought I was going to go.
Watching a couple teams that just seem like minor league teams in Pittsburgh and the Raiders, but Kelloland News, look at that. Dolphins rout Broncos 70-20. Man, that looks awesome. Mike McDaniel on not going for 73 points.
I try to think through all my decisions and hold them with the importance that they do have. It felt like chasing points and chasing a record. That's not what we came to the game to do. That doesn't have a bearing on the overall season outcome. And I just didn't, I saw it as, in that 10 times out of 10, you concede and kneel down in those situations because there was a attainable record. That was cool, but the message that I thought it would send wasn't really in line with how I view things. It's awesome to, I think it was the most points since '66 or something. I think that's awesome for a regular season record. You can have that and then suffer the same fate as we had last year. I don't care about that regular season record. It would have been cool, but what we're trying to do, I think that would be talking out of both sides of my mouth if we wouldn't try to set the field goal team on and squeeze an extra 3. It's not really what I'm about. You know,
Great job. Love having Mike D as the coach. Coach McDaniel, awesome.
Or not too soft, because you'll get Tyreek killed. It's just freaking unreal, this dude.
Week 4 matchup between you and the Dolphins. The Dolphins currently have 70 points on offense. You guys put up 37 of your own. What do you expect out of, obviously very early, but this AFC matchup?
It's gonna be a dogfight. It has been for the last couple of years, and you know, as a quarterback, I don't focus on what they're doing on their side of the ball. You know, we're just trying to figure out what their defense is going to do and how they're going to play us, and just got to put together a good week of practice and a good game plan and go out there and execute.
Is it already a 2-team race in the AFC East?
Yeah.
Only 3 weeks in. We don't see the Jets rallying up.
No.
Miami's high-powered offense leads the NFL in scoring yards per game. Meanwhile, the Bills' defense has allowed just 12 points per game. They face off for the first time this season Sunday in Buffalo. All right, Scott Van Pelt, in less than 60 seconds, this reminder, another cool doubleheader. I love Monday Night Football doubleheaders.
Hi there, welcome. This is Sports Center from the nation's capital. I'm Scott Van Pelt. 13 games from the National Football League. We've got it all covered. Tim Hasselback is here. Bill Bongwell will be by a little bit later to give you context on what it all means. Dolphins dropped 70 on the Broncos to continue a dominant start. You'll hear from a less than pleased Sean Payton shortly. Find out what the biggest issue was for the Cowboys. We had a gong show in Miami where this Dolphin offense is out of hand. Third play of the Dolphins' opening drive. Let's just hit the board a lot tonight.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Rose. That's Tua, Tyreek Hill, and that's too easy. 54-yard touchdown Dolphins, just getting started. Early second, it's 14-7. Tua, nasty no-look shovel, Devon A-Chain. He had 2 touches in the first 2 weeks. By the end of the day, he'd have twice as many touchdowns. That's a nasty play call. Oh, I see you, Raheem. Raheem Mostert gets to the outside. He had a huge day. And it's 28-10. Broncos, enough time to try to make something happen before halftime. Or Cortland Sutton has it knocked out. Andrew Van Ginkel, Dolphins defense, hands the ball to the offense, and this doesn't figure to take too long, and it doesn't. The very next play is, look how easy all this is. This is the NFL. Dudes are running buck naked into the end zone. They're dancing, having a blast. 16-16 in the first half, 2 touchdowns. First quarterback with 100% completion percentage, 200 passing yards, and 2 touchdowns and a half since 2017. Oh, but wait, there's so much more. To 13. Russell Wilson finds Cortland Sutton, and he actually had a big receiving day, but once again, the defense forces a turnover. Ensuing Dolphin drive, Tua, Mostert, 3rd and 7, first down, couple of moves, another move, touchdown, his 4th of the game, 49-13. First play of the ensuing Bronco drive, Wilson, it's batted. Emmanuel Ogba's got it. See, Wilson throws it in the hand of Deshaun Hand, and it bounces off somebody's helmet. Ogba there. Dolphin defense got 3 turnovers in this one. Another shovel to A-Chain. That's 56 points. It's a franchise record. Again, not done. Midway through the 4th, it's 63-20. Mike White, A-Chain. Speed. Show off your taillights. 4 touchdowns. A-Chain and Mostert, only teammates in NFL history to each reach 140 scrimmage yards and have 4 touchdowns in the same game. They actually took a knee late. Could have scored more, but they decided 70 that's good. It's only happened 3 other times in the history of the NFL. Bears hold the sole possession of the record. That was in a championship game and scored 72 of their own in 1966 against the Giants. In 1950, the Rams hung 70 on the Colts. So it hasn't happened a whole lot. Afterwards, Mike McDaniel asked about deciding not to kick the field goal for a regular season record.
I don't care about that regular season record. It would have been cool, but what we're trying to do, I think I'd be talking out of both sides of my mouth if we wouldn't try to send the field goal team on and squeeze an extra 3. That's not really what I'm about.
Around the league, it's about respect in the NFL, and as we went out there, you know, I feel like that's what we got. We got respect, and we're not trying to go out there and humiliate teams. You know, that's just what it happened to look like. You know, trying to run the ball, trying to kill some time. You know, big plays opened up, and you know, that's what it looked like.
Well, we knew it was a rare performance. It's actually one of a kind. 10 total touchdowns, 5 on the ground, 5 through the air, make Miami the first team in NFL history with 5 on the ground, 5 in the air. 3 of them with more than 50 yards. After a couple of kneel downs, the total offense tallied up to just 726. Second most in a game in NFL history, trailing the Rams in 1951, led by Norm Van Brocklin, who had 735 against the New York Yanks. That was week 1 in the LA Coliseum. Well, yeah, they had a lot of yards. They were playing a baseball team. Meanwhile, Tua was 23 of 26, 88%, the highest completion percentage by a Dolphins quarterback in a game with 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. Dan Marino had that record previously. That was 1987. Afterwards, the other side of the coin, Sean Payton, after a bitter loss.
I mean, I'm at a loss for words because I've never been in. I've been on the other side of some games like that, and then every once in a while in this league, you get your butt whipped, but this was more than that.
I know that game is
I'm aware.
third time the team has scored 7 points over 7.
What's the question? What's the question? I just finished telling you. Next question.
Miami's a really bad team to have a really bad day against because you can get embarrassed like Denver did. We all thought giving up 51 to the Rams on Christmas last year was a mess, and it was, but this could have been even worse. Those comments about the previous regime from Peyton this summer got to get brought up after they go to 0-3 and they lose the way they did in this one, and they should. This isn't on any one person or any one unit. It's on the whole team, and that is the head coach's responsibility. As for the Dolphins, next week at the Buffalo Bills. That is a massive spot for the home team who's already lost a division game. More on them a little bit later. Now, we were all anointing games for the Dolphins where I think that we're going to be in the same spot we are with them where we were the Eagles last year. How many tapes did you do?
I mean, listen, a lot, but it's hard to not look at it and love it.
How do they make it look as easy as they make it look?
I think what is awesome, Mike McDaniel right now feels like he's a step in front of everyone else. And the reason I say that is they're doing simple things up front, but they're putting this window dressing around it with really fast players, and it makes you wonder, like, wait, where's the ball going? And you see it down, quite honestly, in the red zone. Yeah, this one. They're running a slip screen. That's all they're doing. But they're going to fake this ghost around right here. But they're running a slip screen between the tailback and the defensive end. But it's just the action surrounding it that holds the backside, makes an easy score. Similar motion here, but this time all they're running is GT counter. That's all they're running. A staple run play. They're handing the football off. But this window dressing, look at it, bring everybody with them, and it's a stand-up touchdown. And so, like, that to me is, hey, we're going to do things that we know we're good at doing. For our 5 guys up front, maybe a fullback and a tight end, they're going to do what we've been doing since day 1 of training camp. And then we're going to put all this magic around it with really fast guys. A little bit like Andy Reid would do. And we see it with him inside the 10-yard line.
It feels like it's a lot like what they did with Hill with Kansas City. But then you got A-Chain, who's got speed. Mostert's got speed. They didn't even have Waddle in this game. They scored 70 points.
Yeah, and so, and you said it in the highlight. And you have a quarterback. Look, this is great. But you do need a quarterback that is going to see it, get it out on time accurately so those guys can run after the catch. Starts off 16 of 16. I mean, it was wild.
Man, unless you're in the AFC East, you got to be crossing your fingers and just rooting for health for Tua, because with him at the helm, my gosh, they're a show right now. More to come with you in a minute on a Baltimore offense that we thought might.
I love it so much. What a day. Historic. So thankful I love the Miami Dolphins. Good night. I'll be back later, Mom. Yeah, you too. Bye. Victory week starts with this Monday. A little fog in the air. Oh, man. Feels so good. I'm feeling a little better, too. So, looking forward to a great day. 70 points. Mom said she saw the number 70 on my tie. I haven't seen it, but that was a cool notice by her if it is. This is Preble. Good morning. Try to wave to her each day. Victory Monday, it's a little sweeter. Oh man, what a great run. See how beautiful it is. Oh, thank you, Lord. One day after. And it seems like anytime I turn the TV on, even 3:50 in the morning this morning, I thought, what are the chances it would be on the ABC Good Morning show? Dolphins were on. Well, this time it's commercial, but oh, the coverage, it's awesome. I can't get enough of it. Fun to write that one in right there. Oh man, big number, big number. Buffalo, Giants, and Carolina up next.
But don't hurry. 2-minute drill. Start in Balmer. Colts and Ravens. 1.5 to go. Gardner Minshew to Josh Downs. That's a first down. 52. This guy was unbelievable yesterday. Third field goal from 50-plus on the day ties this game up. 3, of course, his fourth field goal.
What a win by Alex Colts.
Game in NFL history. Colts knock off the Ravens.
Daniel actually started his coaching career as a 22-year-old intern with the Broncos in 2005. Did they tease him, send him on one too many coffee runs? He put on a clinic in motion at the snap. Tyreek Hill is an expert in motion.
This isn't old. Will never get old to me.
On the third offensive play, it is 7-0, 7-0, which is foreshadowing. After a Denver 3-and-out, Devon Achane finishes through contact, tackling not Denver's specialty in this one, 14-0 after one. After a Cortland Sutton touchdown, we've got a no-look shovel pass with Tua's offhand in the second quarter of a one-score game. Achane makes it 21 to that is on your PlayStation controller. Believe it or not, Miami was actually stopped once, had a turnover on down. They weren't stopped much else. Raheem Mostert, 20-yard touchdown run. Dolphins up 28-10. Defense did it too for Miami. Denver moved the ball all right. They did get to 20 points, but also Cortland Sutton, despite a touchdown catch, coughed that up. Devon Holland forces it. Andrew Van Ginkel recovers, returns it 29 yards, and on the next play, there's that motion at the snap. Misdirection, Mostert. The second Miami running back with 2 touchdowns in the first 2 quarters. We got a conga line, and we got 35 points at recess. First possession of the second half for Miami. Mostert caps the hat trick. Dolphins have 42. Ensuing Broncos drive. Sutton spins past Holland, great, but loses track of number 8, who comes back to punch the ball out. Second fumble lost for Sutton. Dolphins put on, again, a clinic in that pre-snap motion. Mostert, 3 rushing touchdowns and 1 more receiving here. He had 70 receiving yards on 7 grabs. Dolphins have 49 in the third. First play of the ensuing Broncos drive. Come on, guys. Emmanuel Ogbah falls in his lap, and first play of the fourth quarter, Sean Payton's petitioning for a running clock at this point. Another shovel pass. What to do on the ground. We'll get to that, but that is a chasm. David Lloyd or Phil Murphy could score on that play. It's 56. Tua had more touchdown passes, 4 than incompletions, 3. Mike White comes in. Can we wave the white flag? Chosen Anderson, formerly known as Robbie Anderson, 63-13. And the Broncos, somebody get to 2-8. Achane, 67 yards here, 203 on the day, 2 rushing TDs. The Dolphins scored 10 touchdowns. They beat the Broncos 70-20 with standard scoring.
They're going to Buffalo.
No Stableford scoring.
They're going to Buffalo next week. This is a showdown in Orchard Park. It matches the top 2 teams in the NFL in scoring and points differential. Dolphins also lead the NFL in yards per game so far, while the Bills are 7th in that category. Tonight we got a pair of Monday.
Got a subscription to the Sun Sentinel for the first time in my life. There's your front page. Delicious.